Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, GMS, the elders and the bishops taught us well, and salutations to the elect, pushing this truth through all four corners of the globe with sincerity. This video titled Revelations is to reveal, because right now we in the spirit of revealing, the men of the Lord that we prophesy week in and week out. We always come with the spirit of revealing things, but right now we revealing prophecy onto y'all, to everybody that's viewing, and for the days to come, all the prophecies that's spiraling down, coming down the wire. So when you prophesize, it's to reveal. So that's why it's called the spirit of revealing. Why I named it Revelation is to reveal. Because all the things that's going on, you don't got these so-called pastors out here breaking down what's going on according to scriptures. All right, they got their own twist on it and their own philosophy, because that's what they were paid to do. So we gonna break it down to let you know how these things came into pass. All right, and it's all based upon the Lord putting it together and who He uses to put these things together. All right, and mainly He used the wicked to bring about all this calamity that's going on in the world today. It ain't just by chance. We going through what we going through a spirit in this earth that's the spirit of wickedness, and the Lord allowed this to take place so it can be a great cleansing, which is to prove His power. When people think that the only way to come out of this is through a government and their plan to make things better, quote unquote, make America great again type spirit, that's a false spirit. So these things is going to be revealed according to how the Lord want us to find these things out, and how He want us to find these things out is through the scriptures. All right, you look deep into the scriptures to find out what He was saying in ancient times to come about to what's going on in today's time. All right, through the visions of the prophets who saw things that was given to them by the Lord Himself to reveal to you, keyword reveal to you, what you see today. All right, and you find that in the scriptures, in Isaiah and in Daniel and Ezekiel. All right, in Matthews. All these chapters give you in Amos. All right, all these chapters, Jeremiah, it gives you indications of the things to come that you can see to confirm, that's happening now. And they saw it in the way that they saw it through visions, and the symbolism in the visions is not an actual animal or creature like a beast coming out the sea, or the statue according to Daniel. Those were visions, but it was symbolic to a certain situation. All right, so don't be simple-minded when you see and read scriptures and you get the image of something that they're seeing. You got to have a mind of understanding and know that the vision meant something else. All right, is according to what they see. Yeah, because in Revelations, when John seen a beast coming out the sea, he saw a beast, but the beast represented something. You understand? So moving forward, I'm just going to let you know that I'm going into Isaiah to, bring out the whole system of revealing. And this is in the Old Testament. It's on Isaiah, but it's him seeing a vision, but the breakdown is according to a system in the future that he hasn't seen. So that's what makes it prophecy, you know, when you're talking about something that's happening in the future tense. All right. So this is Revelations 47. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. And it reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughters of Babylon. Sit on the ground, therefore there is no throne, O daughters of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt not be called tender and delicate." Right. So the daughters of Babylon, the virgin daughters of Babylon, is symbolic to the today's time, because there was an ancient Babylon and now we living in modern day Babylon, which is would be the daughters of it. All right. And they considered virgin because the ancient Babylon was touched and it fell. This Babylon system has not fell. It hasn't been touched. All right. Modern day Babylon is America, and it hasn't been touched, where they have a great history about the downfall of this place already. It has not had a downfall since the birth of this place. So Isaiah is speaking about a future tense of today's time of Babylon, which is America today, not being touched. That's why they use the word virgin daughter. All right. And the daughter of the Chaldeans is the Chaldeans once was ruling Babylon at this time. So at a point in time. So that's why they giving you a key word to let you know that this is Babylon of today, and the daughters of the Chaldeans will be considered the elite of the people of today. All right, and how they shall no more be called tender and delicate, because there's going to be a time where this place is not going to be considered the virgin daughter any longer. Once the cherry get popped, you're no longer a virgin, and America's cherry will be popped very soon. All right. So this is us getting a pre-revelation before revelation, and how things are going to be revealed in these ancient times. Both is ancient times, but in the Old Testament, I should say. So reading on, it says, verse 2, "Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the legs." All right. Take the millstone is take these words and bring out the truth of these people, and uncover the locks is uncover their lies. Uncover their lies, reveal the truth. All right. Make bare their legs, the legs, uncover the thigh, passive over the river. Right. So like if a female had a dress and was inside the water in the river, the dress will reveal their body parts when it gets wet. It gets lifted up and it's soaked and it cleaves onto their body, which is revealing their parts. You understand? So make bare the legs, uncover, the leg as they pass over the river. So that's a form of uncovering the truths of this place, making their nakedness visible. All right. which is in verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. All right, yeah. Their shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right. So, the Lord is saying that their shame shall be seen, and that's going to be on a global scale, like as you see today. When this great empire, which is Babylon, which is America, be shamed of their wickedness and their lies and their scandals. Right now they're in a big scandal because they got these heads of states that ain't even really political politics ready. Both parties that's supposed to be coming to represent this nation are like low level politicians. One is a celebrity personality of like the Ronald Reagan type, like a Hollywood celebrity, a business mogul, not a politician. And the other one is just like a face of like an advisor, not even an advisor. I don't know how she became to be elected as vice president, but she has no former sense of political knowledge. It's like she wings it. So these two people that's supposed to be running the country are like fake, and that's like being revealed now. Like, yo, what kind of hope do y'all got to rely on y'all leaders of the great place, the great modern day Babylon, the rulers of the world, pretty much? Because America is considered like the superpower of the world. Besides Russia, those are the two superpowers that really pretty much got their hand over the world, which is both are Edomite nations. So the Edomites are basically the rulers of the world, and this Edomite government is considered, the ruler of the whole world because their embassies is in every country. All right. The United Nations is held in New York, America. All right. The World Trade Center is here. Everything is in America that's important to the life-sustaining movements of the whole country. Anything that happened in the country, anywhere of the world, the president of America goes to visit to be like the representative to give aid or whatever. So America is represented as the ruler of the free country, just like how Rome was the ruler of the free world, of the whole entire world. And who is America? The the beast of the dragon, all right, which is the Roman Empire. This is the representation of the Roman Empire, America, the beast. So these things are being revealed in Revelations, which I'm going to right now. To go right into it, their representation is in Revelations chapter 13. And on another note, I'm gonna go into the whole chapter, but right now, I just want to get to the main point of this video to reveal to you how uh, the beast is going to be shortly bringing about their ultimate plan to everybody. To show you that what their ultimate goal is to achieve, and that's global domination. I showed you how they're being revealed to have ideas of a global domination when it comes down to their system of being a representative of any affair Like Russia battling Ukraine, America was involved. Israel battling Hamas, America was involved. All right. So, and like I said, with all the embassies and the United Nations and the World Trade, all of that stuff is involving here in America. That shows you their global dominance on what they plan to do. But in Revelations, their plan has a format to it. So going into, I'm gonna go have towards the ending of it, which is Revelations 13. I'm gonna start from let me see, 10 or 11. I'm gonna go into 9. All right, because right now I'm speaking about how their plans is gonna be implemented through a certain technique. All right, and that technique is to make sure everybody has the mark. All right, everybody in the world received this mark. All right, and it says in verse 9, Revelation verse 9 says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. That's just to let you know that, these people has a recompense coming to them for their actions. All right. So just because they plan is etched out and they have a format for their plan, it's a wicked plan, and it's going to be uh, put on trial. So when we come out to reveal these things, it's like us presenting the evidence. So when the Lord do return, you understand, when the Lord returns, his case is set out, already, and there's no cross examinations about it. They put on trial, the evidence is there. It's pretty much just the jury coming back with the verdict. All right. The jury is the prophets giving them seeing the matter and judging and giving the verdict, which is the ruling, or the how should we say, the case presented to the judge. The judge Yahushua is just reading the ruling out, like, yo, y'all found guilty and here's y'all judgment. You understand? So, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he who killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword is the verdict. All right. In the sentence. And when we come out here to teach week in and week out, when we put these videos out, that's Exhibit A, Exhibit B, all right? The evidence being presented, and it's for the elect to pick it up, gather what they gather, and get right, so they can be on the side and not be a co-defendant. Because when you take the mark, you're a co-defendant, all right? So that's why I'm getting to the gist of this right now, and going straight towards the end, which is I read verse 10. Reading on, this is John and presenting the vision that he saw on the island of Patmos. All right, and he said in verse 11, and I beheld another beast. Forgive me, I'm not used to wearing glasses, but I'm wearing glasses now, so I'm reading the scriptures through my bifocals. All right, and it says, And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, and that's the American government. All right, that's America, the beast with the two horns, which represent the two parties, Republican and Democrat. All right, the two horns on the lamb, and it's speaking as a dragon. All right, it's coming through with the approach like, yeah, we're gonna make America great again. We're gonna help all y'all people. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Because the lamb represents peace and serenity, but it's speaking as a dragon, is really telling you lies. It's really giving you a draconian rule, which is not beneficial to you. It's actually your detriment. It's detriment to you. It's bad for your health, because ultimately they're trying to sell you something that's considered you losing your soul. And how do you lose your soul? By taking that mark. All right. And we know what the mark of the beast is. It's that RFID chip. All right, the C hip. Through sophistication and technology and all that, they try to make it seem like it's nothing, and it's simple and it's cool, but ultimately you'll see why it's not cool. So reading on, it says, and it spake as a dragon. That was verse 11. Verse 12 says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwelleth therein, which dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he had, in verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, right? The way that he causeth, in verse 12, the way he causeth those to worship the beast is by, people subscribing to this system of today, which is the same system of ancient time, which was the Roman Empire's system. All right, which was, the beast was the image. The beast was the Edomites' way of living. All right, their empire and how their power structure was. All right, and it's the same way, which is how they causing everybody to worship the old beast by paying taxes and voting and everything. Any philosophy that's going on today that you subscribe to is how he causeth y'all to worship the old beast. All right. I'm up to verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And that fire that he causeth to come down, the great wonders, is when he first created the capabilities of atomic weapons, nuclear weapons. All right, atomic bomb was the first nuclear weapon, and where did he do that? And where did he drop that from out the sky onto the earth? That was on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And once he did that, the war was over, and they was like, oh shit, these niggas got power, you know. This is a weapon like unto none other that we ever seen. So the world was in wonder. All right. Men was in wonder. Other countries was like, nah, we gotta bow down. So this beast of American government was the first to deal with that. So they, had people shook pretty much. But also it gave them the idea to jump on board to grab hold of weapons as well. Because almost everybody got nuclear capabilities now. But they were the first, and that's why they were considered that superpower. All right. Reading on, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, right? And those miracles is like those lies that they tell, man, and how they got this government set up where they got you thinking that it's for your benefit, but it's also is really for your damnation. You're gonna be condemned to damnation if you get with their program. And their program is, man, besides Project 25, the ultimate program is Project RFID chip, Mark of the Beast. That's the real project. If they get y'all to take that, then mission accomplished for them. But they not gonna get the elect to take the chip, so they could go ahead with that. All right. The miracles, reading on, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should not, they shall make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Right. So that image that they had y'all to think was to be good, the miracles, like, yeah, we gonna make things better for y'all, is like they want y'all to make a covenant with them to worship that image. Like when you build the image of the beast, that's like you building a covenant with the beast. It's not just the image that they use to put white Yahushua, like that white blue-eyed baby Jesus. No, it's the image, which is the philosophy, and you signing on to their program. When you sign on to their program, you worship in their program. All right. When you make an image of something, remember in the wilderness, they made an image because Moses went up in the mountains. They made a golden image of a god. And when you take the image of the beast, you making the beast a god. You making their philosophies and their democracy a god to you, because you trusting in it. You understand? You putting your whole faith and trust in the image, like how they put their whole faith and trust in that golden calf that they created at the mount. When Moses went up in the mountains, they lost faith. All right. When you create the image, all right, you lost faith in the Lord, and you put your faith and trust in the image of the beast. All right. And when they saying that the wound that was hit by the sword and did live, that's the old empire. All right. The old Edomite empire being brought back to life when they say and did live by the American government joining forces with NATO and the EU to bring about the same philosophy and image of the beast from ancient times. Okay, so the beast that was hit with the sword and did live is ancient Rome philosophy and system brought back to life. All right, through American customs. All right. Verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life onto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause, hold on, is that the right word? And the image of the beast and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. So that image of the beast is, like I said, their system, and their system is global domination. And how do they use global domination? Through the mark. All right. And if you don't take the mark, it's going to cause you to die. You're going to be killed. You're going to be considered dead to the rest of the world, or outcast, and you could ultimately die. They could have guillotine stations set up for you to, unalive you. You don't take the mark, you get put to death. You don't take the mark, you can't eat. And what happens if you can't eat? You starve to death. But there's so many ways that you could die from not dealing with their image. You understand? You're dead to them, considered obsolete. Like, you're not a part of this system, so we're gonna do whatever it takes until you're a useless eater considered compared to them. You know, if you ever seen the movie Soylent Green, people that were like not elite or not a part of the program would be used for food. It's an old '60s movie by Charleston Heston, and they were showing you how the people that's not a part of the system is going to be killed and used to process their food, like make ground beef out of it. Well, they was eating like human cookies, like rice cakes. They ground people into rice cakes. All right, so that's a form of you being put to death. So they got the power to either you take the mark or your ass get put to death. All right, that's what verse 15 is telling you. All right. Verse 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. See how it's bringing it down the home stretch? That mark is the ultimate goal, and the image of the beast is the mark. Is the instrument that's going to be used for you to worship the beast. All right, the image. That's going to be the form of you worshiping the image of the beast. The instrument, just like how the Lord has an instrument of his indignation. Well, the wicked has an instrument for their deception to get you to think that, this is a good thing, but it's not. It's the mark of the beast. It's their stamp. Like when a cow gets branded and they burn that stamp into their ass cheek or whatever, it's a permanent mark that you're going to have. Even if you could remove the chip, even if you could remove that device, I ain't going to say chip because I don't want them to be, technically trying to find a way, you know. So the mark is the main focus, that's the image, that's the program, all right. And if you receive that via hand or forehead, that's you losing all, you cut off from the covenant that the Lord has with you. And there's gonna, reading further into it, it'll show you the repercussions for taking that. All right. So let me just finish that off. And it says, in verse 17, and that no man might have buy or sell save he have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 600 and 66. So that's 666. That's 666. All right, and that's a evil number. All right, and that's what the number that they use in these barcodes. All right, so they letting you know that it's a mathematical equation which they use that's going to bring about a physical mark. It's not no spiritual mark. All right, it's a physical thing that they're going to use that's going to code, break down how they're going to get everybody involved in their situation, encoded, all right, or branded. That's the word I'm gonna use, branded, because they're not gonna burn no stamp on you, but to implant you, which if you go into the word mark, which is charagma, it's a carving or an implant or something that's cut into the skin. All right, when you get injected with this implant, it cuts through the skin, and it is in your skin, and it ultimately integrates with your arteries and your tendons and your flesh, so it's not easily removed. All right, so that brand, when you get branded, like how the cows get branded, it's physically permanent and spiritually permanent, if you want to say it's the spirit. But it's not a spiritual mark, it's not a philosophy, it's a whole actual process of you receiving the image of the beast physically. Okay, and for Revelation 14, it breaks down what is the repercussions from taking